Welcome back to Decked Out.
The theme of today's episode was voted on by you, our patrons, and that's gonna be Rule Zero. So what better time to bring on two of our good friends, Nate and Veen, who are both game designers, to decide what that Rule Zero will be. And they decided we cannot lose by our life totals. This means if you go below 0, you do not lose the game.
As always, thank you to our sponsors, Tales of Adventure, Moxfield, and Ultimate Guard, but more on them later in the video.
That's enough from us. Let's go ahead and meet the players and their non-damage commanders.
Hi, my name's Andrew Veen. I'm a former Wizards of the Coast employee. You might know me from the lead design of Adventures in the Forgotten Realms or as the Council of Colors representative for the color white. Today I'll be playing Tuvasa the Sunlit. It has my favorite color in it. And also, I really enjoy Bant Enchantress. I'm going to be playing a lot of enchantments and drawing a lot of cards from creatures that care about me playing enchantments. Now, the way that I plan to win without doing, or by other than getting my opponents to 0 life today, is through Approach of the Second Sun. I've got Omniscience in here with a couple of ways to get it, notably Academy Rector, but hopefully I get to cast Approach of the Second Sun twice and win.
Hi, I'm Nate Heiss. I'm a game designer of about 2 decades now. I used to play Magic professionally in the ancient times and then went to work at Wizards of the Coast for a while, so Magic's near and dear to my heart. Today I'm going to be playing Beldros Witherbloom. Veggie built this deck, but it kind of caught my eye because it has Phage the Untouchable in it. And I spent a lot of time in college selling Phage the Untouchable on eBay. That's how I kind of like made my way through college. So it's kind of near and dear to my heart, an old friend that will maybe help me win today.
Hello everybody, I'm MTGNerdGirl, and today I am playing Captain Gathrod. My commander is built to mill all of my opponents out, and milling for just shy of 300 cards is a tall order, but I think I can do it. Mill is one of my favorite decks because it's the first thing I built as a kid, so I'm super excited to play this today.
I'm VeggieWagon, and today I'm going to be playing Tangarth First Mate. Who says you can't win with damage? I'm going to be doing it with commander damage, and everybody else is going to help me out. As I pass Tangarth around the table to have everybody hit each other with it, I'm also going to suit it up with equipment and enchantments and just try and protect it if anybody tries to get rid of it. Easy as that.
The theme of today's episode was voted on by our patrons.
And thanks to them, we've all been enjoying weekly gameplay episodes. And right now, we're only a few patrons away from the threshold to continue putting out gameplay every week. So if you've been thinking about supporting us on Patreon or about enjoying some of the perks from those higher up tiers, now is the time.
And those perks include things like monthly signed tokens from us and our guests, spell table games with us, and even getting your favorite deck featured here on the show.
All right, it's time to find out what we've been cooking up for this Rule Zero game. All right, everybody. Welcome to the table. Let's roll to see who goes first.
11.
I did it.
Wow.
Ooh.
Do you get to go first and second?
I think so with that roll, actually, right? That's what critting is in this game?
Yeah, you get 2 turns in a row.
All right, I will play a land. We're probably never going to finish this game, actually. I will start with a Misty Rainforest, and then I will wait to sacrifice it until the end of the opponent's turn, just before mine, because that's how Magic works. Most of my turn is actually not my turn. It's your turn.
Optimal.
All right, go
Blue
ahead.
players, jeez.
Now, I know that you've worked on this game before, but did you draw a card at the beginning of your turn?
Oh my God, wait. No. Hold on. A, sick burn. B, I went first.
Yeah.
Oh, multiplayer. Oh, this hand's even better. Get wrecked. I'm so good at this game. Go ahead, Nate.
That was a close one.
All right.
Why are you always helping them, Veggie?
Draw a card.
That's how it's going to start? Okay.
I'm going to play Necro Blossom Snarl, which enters the battlefield. I can reveal a swamp, so it comes out untapped. That's all I got. I already drew my card.
All right.
Oh, man.
All right, Swamp, and I'm going to play a Concealing Curtain. It's an 0/4 defender, and for 3 mana, I can transform it, and I can only activate that as a sorcery. You guys will see what the backside does. Pass.
I'm just going to play a mountain and pass the turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, I'm going to pay my life and go search for a land with Misty Rainforest. Found Breeding Pool comes into play tapped.
Lose your life,
Not in
cheater.
any hurry. I have to lose 1 life. Oh, yeah.
Cheats.
I will play Command Tower. Tap for both. and play Sanctum Weaver. Sanctum Weaver is an enchantment creature that is an 0/2, and it taps to add X of any color, where X is the number of enchantments I control. Now you might think, you don't have any enchantments. Go back. It is an enchantment.
Whoa.
It is a creature. It is an enchantment creature.
Is that even allowed?
It is. I'm playing with it. Go ahead.
All right. Play a swamp, and I'm going to cast a spell. It's not an enchantment. It's an artifact. That's all I got.
All right. I too will just play an island and also cast an arcane signet. And then I will pass turn.
It's not very original.
Well, I am going to play a forest and tap 2 for a Mind Stone.
Mine was the only one with summoning sickness. I'm clearly behind.
Yeah, far inferior card. I will pass a turn.
We'll play another fetch land. This time it's Windswept Heath. I'll go ahead and crack it right now and press down on my life total. He can be taught. I'll get the manas from Savannas. I will tap 3 and play Kodama's Reach, which is a sorcery with a subtype of arcane. Don't worry about it. That lets me go and find 2 basic lands. One is going to go into play tapped, and the other is going to go into my hand.
I think we know who the problem is.
Nobody so far.
I mean, there's a lot of scary stuff going on.
All of my fetch lands.
I see the politics start early in this game.
Right? Like I'm certainly one for politicking aggressively, but
Yeah.
I don't think I could even make a case for a Sanctum Weaver and a Kodama's Reach. We're in trouble.
Well, I'll start with the mana base. Just the first 3 turns is worth more than my whole deck. We'll start there. I feel like that's a reasonable.
Don't worry about it.
Eat the rich.
All right. So I have found these 2 basic lands. I will place this island into play tapped, and this forest will go into my hand as a known card.
All right. I have a plan. Dark Ritual.
Yeah.
Quite a good card.
Dark Ritual adds 3 black manas to my mana pool. And I'm going to play...
Okay.
I think we know who the problem is. I'm sorry about my Kodama's Reach.
Yes. Now we can. That's
Hold
certainly
on,
we
hold
can
on.
make an
Do you want
argument
to check
for.
to see if my forest is going to get you? Because my forest is in my hand.
So this is Bolas's Citadel. This artifact, it lets me look at the top card of my library at any time, and then I can play land, cards, and cast spells from the top of my library. But if I do cast a spell, I do it by paying life equal to its mana value. Peek. Ooh. All right, that's good to know. That's pretty cool. Also, I can tap it and sacrifice 10 non-land permanents to make each opponent lose 10 life.
Ooh, very relevant here.
Yeah.
That part may be less relevant.
No.
Just to sacrifice
Yeah,
permanents.
no, this is honestly just to send a message. It's not about lands or
Right.
permanents.
I've done enough.
Okay.
Thank God for that land that I assume that is on the top of your library, because otherwise we'd been in a lot of trouble.
All right, so I looked at the top of my deck a few times. It's Kuro Pitlord. I would normally windmill slam this guy out, but with the special rules for this game, I don't think it's going to do that much. So I kind of want to wait and see if it's more useful later. I don't want to make myself a big threat.
I'm going to play a Drown Catacombs. All right, I'm going to go ahead and tap 4, and I'm going to be playing a Forgotten Creation. It is a 3/3 zombie horror with Skulk. Means it can't be blocked with creatures with power greater. And at the beginning of my upkeep, I may discard my hand and draw that many cards if I do. And then I'll pass the turn because I got nothing else.
I think I'm just gonna have to start doing something before the Citadel takes over. I'm gonna play this Plaza of Heroes in my land, which can tap for mana of the legendary stuff that I have, and can one time make a legendary creature hexproof and indestructible. I'm just gonna tap 4. I'm gonna cast my commander, Tangarth First Mate. It's a 5/5. Can't be blocked by more than one creature. When an opponent attacks with one or more creatures and Tangarth is tapped, I can give it to that opponent for the combat, and it is also attacking someone that they're attacking. So
That's sweet.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
that's some commander damage on everybody's turn. I'll pass.
I am going to play the forest that y'all know I had from my insane Kodama's Reach. So, table, I have a proposal. The proposal is I get rid of Bolas's Citadel.
Yep, I accept your proposal.
Yep.
Now, Nerdgirl, I understand you would accept my proposal. Nate, we're not talking about this. We're going to get to you in a second. But Veggie, There will be a casualty. His name is Mindstone.
I'll be sad to see it go, but like, happy to make that trade.
Well, hold on here. As long as we're politicking.
Yeah, hit me. hit me. I'm just afraid to have you on tap with that Bolas' Citadel.
Imagine that the power that Bolas wields
could be mine to command.
Well,
Will
it
we rule the
wouldn't
galaxy as father and son?
It wouldn't be wielded in your direction, perhaps.
I've heard enough. I'm going to cast Austere Command.
You don't want to deal with Bolas?
I'm so afraid of what was going to happen after this. The modes I'm going to choose after I tap 6 to play Austere Command, I choose 2, as all of the commands do. I will choose Destroy All Artifacts and Destroy All Creatures with converted mana cost 4 or greater, as choosing either of the other 2 modes would blow up my poor Sanctum Weaver.
I'm losing 2 things?
You're losing.
Oh.
Yes, that's correct. So is Veggie.
Well, okay.
I'm also losing 2 things.
That's true. Everyone but Andrew Veen is losing 2 things. And that's why I had to talk about it, because otherwise it would look very powerful. But instead...
Do you see what happened?
Mm-hmm. I told you that forest was a problem.
I walked right into it. I'm dead now.
I'm just saying I didn't wield the power.
Okay. Well,
I had the opportunity.
We've all been commanded to austerity.
Oh, wait, I have a response.
Okay. Yes, great. Understood. That's allowed. You're allowed to look at any time. All right.
Not anymore.
But anyway, it's your turn.
Right.
I'm sure you're going to remember to draw a card, though.
I've been thinking about it for like a whole... All right. Ooh, I knew what this was. I'll play a swamp. I will end my turn.
Amazing.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and play a swamp, and I will also just pass my turn.
I will also be the threat. I'm going to tap 3 for a cultivate.
Oh, my.
It's not arcane. It's not arcane.
Oh, so, okay. But it's like Kodama's Reach, except it's not arcane. Then
Right.
Okay, I'm not as scared.
So yeah, I can't splice.
It's barely worth
you were
casting.
about to.
I'm going to find a mountain and a forest. I'm going to put that forest into play, the mountain in my hand. I'm going to play the mountain as my land for turn, and I will pass.
So I'll tap my green, blue, and white to cast Tuvasa the Sunlit. That's my commander. Tuvasa has 2 abilities. The first ability is that she gets +1/+1 for each enchantment I control. And her second ability is whenever I cast my first enchantment spell each turn, draw a card. Notable, her draw, unlike many of the draws in my deck, is mandatory, and it is only the first time. Putting it out there, living my truth, and I think that I am done. I'm done.
Sounds like what a threat would say. I want to draw a card. I already did my exciting things, so I'm going to play a Lanolor Wastes and pass the turn.
All right, at the end of your turn, I'm going to go ahead and flash in Aboleth Spawn. It's a fish horror with flash, and it says whenever a creature entering the battlefield under an opponent's control causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, you may copy that ability and choose new targets.
Ooh.
Blue mages, right?
Can't live with them, can't kill them.
You know, I'll go ahead and get the party started. I am indeed going to cast my commander, Captain Nagathrod. He's a horror pirate. He's a 3/6. Horrors I control have menace. Whenever a horror I control deals combat damage to a player, that player mills that many cards. At the beginning of your end step, choose target artifact or creature card in an opponent's graveyard that was put there from the library this turn and put that onto the battlefield under your control. So I'm going to go ahead and go to combat. And who do I think I'm most likely to hit a artifact or creature from? I'm going to hit Veggie because I think I can hit Veggie and I don't want my little guy to die. So Veggie for 2.
Sure.
So you'll take 2 and mill 2.
I'm going to mill this Nature's Lore, which you can't have, and this Colossification, which you also can't have.
But it looks like it because that's a big kitty.
There is a big kitty.
But that's okay. That's a good start. I'll pass.
I'm going to play this Kessig Wolf Run. This is my land for turn. I can just dump some mana into it and give a creature +X/+O and trample until end of turn.
Pretty good.
Turns any attacking creature into big fireball man.
Whatever. We're just going to tap 6 and replay my commander.
He's back.
He's back. And that's the turn.
All right, no shenanigans from me. I'm going to tap 5 one of which is white, for Sphere of Safety. Now that's my first enchantment for the turn, so I will trigger Tuvasa the Sunlit and draw a card. But first, what Sphere of Safety actually does is that creatures can't attack me or a planeswalker I control unless their controller pays X for each of the creatures that are attacking, and the X is the number of enchantments I control.
I'm all in on this commander damage thing, so if I can't attack a player, I can't win.
Everybody's doing stuff. So I'm going to do a thing.
Windmill slam through the mic.
Demon Lord Bells and Lock. This is an evil demon, an elder demon even, that is flying and trample, 6/6. When it enters the battlefield, I exile cards from the top of my library until I exile a non-land card, and then I'm going to put that card into my hand. And this might happen again if the card has a converted mana cost of 4 or greater.
So first card in exile is
First card,
land.
land.
No good.
That's nothing. Second card,
You get that one.
card. I get
And
it.
stop. That's a whammy.
Yeah. So now, because I flipped 2 cards, I have to pay 1 life for each, so or 1 damage for each. So, and I'll take 1 damage for that.
The cool thing about my Aboleth spawn is I actually get the Demon Lord trigger as well, so I can go ahead and flip cards until I hit a, what was it?
That one.
Non-land. You
A
did it.
non-land, so we're going to get a Fractured Sanity. All right, let's go to combat. All horrors I control have menace, so we're gonna go ahead and come on over to Nate, and we're gonna attack for 5 with
Right.
menace.
That seems fine.
Sweet, you will take 5 and mill 5, and I can choose a card on my end step that was milled, either a creature or an artifact, and put that into play under my control.
All right, here we go. 5 cards. Nissa.
Okay, not a creature or an artifact.
Vorpal Sword. That's an artifact.
That's an artifact.
That can kill people.
Oh,
Phyrexian Reclamation. Forest. And Forest.
Also, we should note that that is 3 commander damage.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move to end step. Mwahahaha.
Yeah, that's a heck of a steal. A way to actually kill people.
Thank
Like,
you.
you may not need to mill us out. You can just hit us once.
You can have the tools. Just know that if I die, my sword goes with me.
That's fine. And then I will pass the turn.
Again, with all of your mana untapped.
Now, how do you feel? Now you know how it feels every single time I play with you, and you're always on blue.
Yeah, but I usually tap out like an idiot. I'm going to play a Rogue's Passage for turn and can make a creature unblockable.
perhaps a creature with a Vorpal Sword? That's terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, so together we can take some players out.
Well, you can take exactly 1 player out. Because the sword is mine.
Right, that's true. That's true. All right, I don't like it.
I'm going to tap this 3 for Fire Shrieker. Equipped creature has double strike. And we're just going to suit up Tangarth here. This is now a 5/5 double strike. Can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Okay, the Vorpal Sword costs 8 to activate, and it needs to be equipped.
I do not intend to activate this anytime soon.
If you, for some reason, were inclined to do so,
You somehow tilted and changed inclination.
right? You likely could not do it.
Yes, that is very true. So
Great,
you
we're
should
gonna
attack
go to-
somebody else.
Yeah. Well, Demon Lord, it does eat this. It's a 6/6, so it lives the first hit, and then they trade. So I think really the choice here is to swing 5 double strike at you, Nerdgirl.
What? Well, now I do have to kill you. That's not nice.
Suddenly my inclination is inclining.
Right? Yeah.
I
it's
feel like
funny how
I'm
that
reclining
happens.
or inclined. Something. I'm on tilt is all I know.
I feel like violence.
I see you have chosen Cowabunga.
I don't want to take. That's half my life, Veggie.
You have a blocker.
I'll block it.
Okay, yeah. That's all I was expecting. I'll pass the turn.
Normally, when I cast this card for 3 mana, I'm much more excited. Today, copy enchantment triggering Tuvasa is going to copy Sphere of Safety.
Wow. Okay. I mean,
in a life totals don't matter game. Sometimes life totals do matter. Ironically, I thought that I was about to play a card that makes me a huge threat, but I think that the fact that I copy enchantment the other card means that you get to understand exactly how much business we're getting down to here. So I'm gonna tap for 3 mana, and then I will tap for a white just to pay a life because I think it's funny, and a green And I will play Mirari's Wake. I do not draw a card for playing Mirari's Wake because I've already drawn for Tuvasa the Sunlit. And now my creatures all have +1/+1. It's very exciting. Now, the very exciting part of this card is actually that whenever I tap a land for mana, I also add 1 mana of any type that that land produced.
Is that a thing I don't want to happen?
Oh,
Definitely.
All right. Overcharged Amalgam. Flash flying with exploit, and I can exploit a creature, kill a creature, to counter target spell activated ability or triggered ability. Exploit himself to counter that spell.
Still, this is much better for
you
everybody.
don't want to swing though on that turn?
No. I need Tuvasa the Sunlit to block
That's a
perhaps 10 damages to my face because they're commander damages, which actually kill me in this format.
This is how we're going to solve that creature.
Oh,
Which one? That one?
No, this one.
man, we don't need to solve this. This solves
Yeah, it's
multiple
great.
players.
Okay. Play a forest. So I'd have to pay 6 mana to attack you currently.
That is correct.
Oh yeah, but then you get to attack him with that, and then I'll attack him with that.
See? Now we're cooking with gas. I'll declare my attack step.
Understood. Who's the defending player?
You.
You didn't have to tell me that, but thanks.
That's fine. That
Right.
was a freebie.
So now that I'm the defending player, did you know that he can't just waltz on in here without paying his door tax? I have 3 enchantments and 2 of the things that make you pay 3 for each enchantment. Would you please pay 6 mana to beat the hell out of me?
I'll pay the requisite amount.
Okay, that triggers an ability.
Oh, look at that. Are you attacking a player that's not me?
Hey, I am.
Yeah. Would you like also to have this creature attacking that player?
Abso-fantastic-loosely.
Oh man, does it come with all the attachments on that creature?
Oh, it sure does.
That's really unfortunate. Well, luckily for me, because I was the color pie councilman for white will help me here. And I will give you a very generous gift. This gift is an elephant instead of your Tongarth.
Oh.
I would like to destroy target permanent, and then you, the controller, not you because you're a traitor, will get an elephant. Now, instead I will take 6 Demon Lord damage and go to 30.
Oh, but hold on.
Okay, we're not done here.
That seems like an all-around loss for me. So, what if we paid 2 and cast Tybalt's Trickery, targeting your generous gift? It actually counters your spell.
That doesn't sound red at all.
It doesn't, but it sounds great to me.
Who's the color pie counselor for red?
It was Jules Robbins last I checked, and I'm gonna call him.
Colors can do anything.
Thanks, Jules.
I lived with him, and while I lived with him, I kept him in check. And then after that, apparently he went off the rails. What set is this from? Jules' nonsense. All right, understood. Great. Call time. That's Dave's fault.
Dave!
Please don't get us in trouble with wizards.
I'm fine with it.
All right, so let's do the
sad.
thing.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna roll this. Well,
Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right?
yeah. Divide by 2.
Cool. I'm gonna mill 1 card.
Yeah, and
It
then
is
you
what I
chaos.
cast, and then
No, you mill 1 and then you
have
chaos
milled
warp.
Omniscience.
Wow. Wow.
We're gonna exile until we hit a spell that I can cast. Swords to Plowshares.
Now I don't even get an elephant.
I will choose to Swords to Plowshares, Tongarth. Now, Swords to Plowshares is an instant. It exiles target creature, and its controller gains life equal to its
Yeah.
power.
We know
it's
what
very
Swords to
similar
Plowshares
to the
does.
elephant one.
Yep. All right. Well, that's what happens.
Yep. Here, this one is for you. But you know what? You get to hang on to this.
Yeah. That's worth it, I guess.
That's really
Now,
good.
am I allowed to take my Demon Lord licks?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. You can stop the commanders, but you cannot stop the demon lord.
All right, my go.
Yes.
All right. Veggie, I feel like you might have some artifacts for me.
Also, he attacked you.
Yeah, it was kind of mean. So I'm going to come at you for 5, friend.
Sure.
And we get to see what goodies are in the deep for your pirate horrors.
Creatures or artifacts?
That's
There's a
neither.
Kodama's reach.
Oh, luckily. Got it out of
No
the way.
longer the threat.
No longer the threat. Okay,
No longer
okay.
the threat. Sword of the
That's-
Animus.
An
one.
artifact.
That's one.
And
That's
a good
one.
one. Llanowar Elves.
Okay. Taps for nothing. Got it.
Chaos Warp. And Black Blade Reforged.
Let me see this guy.
I own the art to that. Not that one. I own the. Yeah.
I indeed think I will take. Well, I have to wait till your end step, but or my end
Your
step.
end step. Yeah.
So those can be milled. Okay, so we're gonna do one more thing. Tap out a blue and a black. So we'll have 2 black and 3 blue. And we're going to go ahead and we'll just equip the Vorpal Sword for the 2 black. And then the other thing I'm going to cast is the Fractured Sanity. Each opponent mills 14 cards.
Excuse me, what number was that?
14.
Okay.
And it's also important to note that my commander doesn't say cards that he has milled.
This is a disaster.
It is anything that is milled this turn.
Oh, God.
So I would like everybody to mill 14 cards and tell me what the best cards that they milled are.
I think what I've proved is you shouldn't be attacking me because after 14 cards, this is all that came up.
Okay, I'm going to move to end step and I'm going to take the sword.
Black Blade Reforged is reforged.
All right.
Yeah.
Pass turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna play Rootbound Crag for turn, and I'm gonna tap 8 and just recast Tangarth.
Your boy is back.
Back again. I will pass.
That's exciting.
It's late in the game for me to be doing this, but what my deck normally does is play a bunch of things that make my lands make more mana and draw cards because they're enchantments. And I will cast Dawn's Reflection on my Savannah. And Dawn's Reflection is an enchant land. It says whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional 2 mana in any combination of colors. I am going to end my turn there.
I like the grumpy sounds.
All right, I'm going to cast Garza's Assassin. I can destroy a target non-black creature. It has Recover, which means that I can pay half my life, round it up, to get it back into my hand when it goes to the graveyard. I'm going to play Dreadhorde Invasion.
Oh.
Dreadhorde Invasion is at the beginning of my upkeep. I lose 1 life and amass 1, which means I get like a little zombie guy, but it can get bigger. And whenever a zombie token I control with power 6 or greater attacks, it gains lifelink until the end of the turn. I see no reason to do anything, so I will pass the turn.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tap 6 and I'm going to play Drown in Dreams. X is 3. I can choose one, but if I have a commander, I can choose both when I cast the spell. Target player draws X and target player mills X. So I'm going to choose I will draw 3 and I'm going to choose Veen mills twice X. So you will mill 6. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
I will probably want to know what some of those are later, but I will draw for turn. I'm just going to go to combat and I'm just going to come over to Veggie here for 7 with Menace.
Yeah, I take 7, I'll mill 7.
Is there anything better than an Enchantress over there? Let's see.
Nothing yet. Oh, there's an artifact creature. That's your only target. Komenu Battle Armor.
I will take the Enchantress.
Okay.
Interesting.
Very exciting.
The Sithis Harvest Hand? Yeah.
Sithis Harvest Sand.
And that will be my turn.
Cards in hand again?
5.
5.
4 of them, but don't mess with them.
4. I won't mess with them.
Okay, good.
Is this a robber of the rich or something?
You wish it was a robber of the rich.
You rob rich with the guy with the... No.
I'm going to pay 3 for Jessica's Will. I choose one, but if I control a commander, I choose both. I add 1 red for each card in target opponent's hand, and I exile the top 3 cards in my library, and I can play them this turn. So it sounds like I'm going to get 5 mana, and I'll exile these top 3. Oh, look, it's Jessica Thrice Reborn, a command tower, and a Boseiju. Play the command tower, I guess. And I feel like I got to do this. We're going to cast Jessica Thrice Reborn. It enters with loyalty on it for each time I've cast a commander from the command zone this game.
Hey, combo!
Yeah. I can pay 0, choose target creature until my next turn. If that creature would deal combat damage to one of your opponents, it deals triple that damage to that player instead.
Oh, Veggie, please. Please.
Jessica and Tangarth, BFFs.
Yes.
They're each other's top 4.
Also, please let me mill someone for a lot.
This is the best possible thing I could have hit off of Jessica's Will. If I can set up this combo, then all I need is really maybe 1 rotation to take out every player with combat damage as they all hit each other.
This is great. This is great fun. Great fun. You're a good guy. This is the protagonist. Everyone else is the villain.
Not that it matters too much, but the other ability is -X. It deals X damage to each of up to 3 targets.
That little thing? That little 3 for 0? Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
I believe that I have cast Tangarth once for 4, once for 6, and once for 8. So this is going to come in with 3 counters. Wow, that worked out pretty well. I'm going to use these 2 remaining red mana to equip Tangarth with Fire Shrieker, because why not? I'm going to use Jessica's 0 ability, targeting Tangarth. So
Wise choice.
it now deals triple damage until my next turn.
So is that triple damage like just once a turn? Or is that any time it would assign damage? As in like the first strike step and the combat damage step?
Yeah, that, and if it were to suddenly be attacking on anybody else's turn too.
Until his next turn? Oh my god.
So it's so many strikes. Tangarth is on a hype sub train right now. We're going to see how high we can get Tangarth's commander damage rally.
Oh yeah.
And you guys should definitely follow and subscribe.
What fitting last words. I'm going to go to combat.
Wow.
Like, comment, sub, you're dead. All right.
And
Tangarth is an attacking
This Tangarth
creature.
is for you.
Do you have any effects before blockers like Rogue's Passage?
No, I don't even need
Stop it.
I heard I don't even need it. I don't even need it as resolved. Let's
Well,
go.
I'm going to block, and then you're going to make it trampling, and then I'm going to hope Nate saves me.
That seems like a bad plan.
I mean, that's the only plan I have. I got no other options.
I'm going to tap 2 and the Wolf Run to give it
plus
trample.
0 plus X, or yeah, plus
Yes.
0 plus 0.
Plus 0 plus 0.
And trample until end of turn.
And trample until end of turn.
So I'm going to make this conversation more interesting.
Okay.
Because before Nate has a window to activate things, I am the next player in turn order after the active player.
Interesting.
So I actually have the opportunity to play things. I have priority right now. I'm going to play Cast Out. Now, Cast Out is the first enchantment I've cast this turn because it has flash. When Cast Out enters the battlefield, not when I cast it, I exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Cast Out leaves the battlefield. So now you have to do Garza's Assassin because you know where it's going if it enters the battlefield and there's a Garza's Assassin to target. First off, though, I'm going to draw my card from Tuvasa the Sunlit.
I will assassinate.
Are you going to pay recover? Or is that whenever?
Oh, it's when another creature is put into your graveyard from play, you may pay half your life. So I can't recover it just yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I played Cold Snap.
That is very sad.
This Garza's Assassin is the best. I didn't realize that it was not an enter the battlefield, that it's a seal of terror basically, but holy cow, this is doing so much work. And I think I have to hide behind this pretty much for the rest of the game.
So now that Gazra's Assassin has killed Tangarth, I have a feeling that Minotaur is coming back. My Cast Out resolves, and I believe that we talked about one of Veggie's permanents that are scary. Do you like the triple or do you like the Fire Shrieker?
If Veggie's gonna die,
I could
So
die.
you just think I take what, the Black Blade? No, I can't take any of Nerdgirl stuff because she's going to kill Veggie with it.
Because I will either die or it's still going to take me 3 turns for Tangarth to be swinging.
Commander,
again.
got it. Can I bury him or are you putting him back in hidey hole?
Hidey hole.
You got it.
see, nobody had to die.
Only Tangarth, but he's used to it by now.
He's hit so many times. I'll pass my turn.
Isn't his name like First Mate or something?
Yeah.
It's Tangarth 5th and or 6th Mate, actually. I have drawn my Rattlesnake card. I will play Soul Snare, pay a W, sacrifice Soul Snare, exile target creature that's attacking me or a planeswalker I control. So once you've paid the tax, you have to get through Soul Snare. And that's the first enchantment I've cast, so I'll draw for Tuvasa the Sunlit. It's very exciting. Also doesn't seem super relevant, but we'll play it anyhow. I have drawn Exploration. This lets me play an additional land in each of my turns. Fun fact, I did not play a land this turn, and I do not intend to. I do not draw a card because it's a subsequent enchantment. However, I do believe that my count is now up to 7, so I can make so much mana. It's so exciting. So much mana to do nothing. I am still too terrified of y'all to do anything, so I am going to say go.
So it was a lot of bluster.
A whole lot of bluster and a whole lot of nothing.
All right.
Next turn, though, we're full bluster mode.
Let's untap, upkeep. The army is here.
Yes.
Army
The
1.
zombie army. It is a 1.
And you lose 1 life.
I do. Fear it. So I've thought about it, and I think that it's time for me to get my commander going. So I'll start by playing this Talisman of Resilience. And then I'm going to pay the rest of the mana and put my commander in play. Belladros, Witherbloom, Elder Dragon. I got Elder Demons and Elder Dragons. It's flying. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token. When this creature dies, gain 1 life. Pay 10 life, untap all lands you control, activate this only once per each turn.
Almost 4 free land untaps.
I think that is my turn.
All right, now here is the moment of truth. Veggie, I need to hit a land to kill you, and I promised I would.
During your upkeep, we get a pest friend.
Woo! I did not hit a land.
Boo.
But I will next turn be able to kill you because we're going to start with a command sphere. So next turn we'll be able to do the thing. But for the time being, I'm going to cast one of my favorite cards from my childhood, and that is Scalpelexis. It's a 1/5 flyer that says when it deals combat damage to a player, that player removes the top 4 cards of his or her library from the game. If 2 or more of those cards have the same name, repeat the process. Veggie, take 4 damage. It is irrelevant.
Or kill Jessica.
Oh, that's a good call.
That thing says triple strike.
I forgot that was on the board. All right,
Okay,
I'm gonna attack this for 4.
Excellent teamwork. Way to go, team.
That's I think, the right call.
I'll pass the turn.
Play Mountain. Wait, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? How did that happen?
Kodama's Reach, you're such a threat.
We're gonna stick with the plan. I'm gonna tap 10. I'm gonna cast Tankarth again,
Okay.
and I will pass the turn.
It's your boy. Wah, 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 wow. Oh yeah, pesty voice. All right. I'm about to take the most powerful looking turn I've ever taken in a game of Magic the Gathering, and I will not win. 12 mana for Dance of the Manse, X is 10. Dance of the Manse is going to return me X target artifact and or non-aura enchantment cards, each with converted mana cost X or less, from my graveyard to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, those permanents are 4/4 creatures in addition to their other types, which is actually a downside. I've never done it for this much, but I'm trying to get a card back.
This is the most powerful turn you've ever taken?
It will be, yes.
I'm sorry, man.
I know. Some of us got there because of design skill and not the Pro Tour.
All right. I'm just saying. You can play with stronger cards.
Yeah, no. What I'm going to get out are super strong. It's just that I can't kill you with normal damages. The reason it's X equals 10 is because I would like to return Omniscience. I'm also going to return these lesser enchantments that are not Omniscience.
They're all 4/4s though, right?
They are sadly all 4/4s. Don't remind me, it's terrible.
That's a tough beat.
So, Dance of the Manse resolves, and I'm very excited to bring Omniscience to the table. Omniscience is a 10 mana enchantment that I only ever play in this deck if I can pay for it or Dance of the Manse it for full, because I feel like that's makes the card fair. Mirari's Wake is from earlier. Mana Reflection is if I tap a permanent for mana, it produces twice that much mana instead. Smothering Tithe says that whenever anyone else plays a spell, they either have to pay a tax or I get a treasure. Search for Azcanta is at the beginning of my upkeep I can mill, and if it meets a certain condition, which is I certainly meet by having a lot in my graveyard, I'll flip it into a land later. Privileged Position is other permanents that I control can't or have hexproof. Future Sight, I play with the top card of my library revealed, then I can play the top card from there as though it were in my hand. Frontier Siege comes into play and I choose either Khans or Dragons. I won't choose Dragons, but what Khans does is at the beginning of each of my main phases, I add green to my mana pool. Exploration allows me to play an additional land in each of my turns. Soul Snare, Copy Enchantment, and Sphere of Safety were all here in play previously. So these are down here as enchantments that are not creatures. All of these are unfortunately 4/4 creatures, as is Estrid's Invocation, which comes in as a copy enchantment. I will choose to copy Cast Out, and Cast Out will target Nate's commander. With my very powerful mana. I'm going to start seeing if I can find something else to do. So I'll tap for 2 because of Mana Reflection and an extra 1 because of Mirari's Wake to cast Weirding Wood, which gives me a clue. If I could have a clue, please. And it's also going to enchant a land, and that enchanted land adds 2 of any one color to my mana pool. So I'm going to give Horizon Canopy a much better mana ability that does not cost me life in this irrelevant life format. This is going to add Play Mace Enchantress, Utopia Sprawl. I'm going to Utopia Sprawl on this land again because it's whenever it becomes tapped. And now that I've cast it, I'm going to draw a card from Mace Enchantress. But you all see that it's Darksteel Mutation because of Future Sight. This next card on top of my library is another Enchantress. My super exciting turn, I believe, is done, unless anyone thinks that something needs to be a bug. So can I get like a timeshare at the Rogue's Passage?
I'm gonna increase the size of my zombie army. All right, I'm gonna just tap all my mana.
Love it. Oh.
And hope something good happens. Kuro Pit Lord.
Oh my goodness, he's Lord of the Pit.
Yes.
What does he do?
He's a spirited demon that at the beginning of my upkeep, I have to like pay a bunch of mana or sacrifice him, BB. But then I could pay 1 life and target creature gets -1/-1 till the end of the turn. He's merely 9/9. I'm gonna target that thing that says that's the only one that I can target. Where is it? Privileged position. Let's destroy some privilege.
So -4.
Yeah.
Okay, in response to the 4th one, I'm going to path Kuro Pit Lord.
This is a demon spirit, my friend.
I understand.
He's a spirited demon.
Okay.
He gets feisty. I will do it again in response.
Okay. So now the privileged position is dead. Go ahead and pay 4.
Yeah, 4,
okay.
Please.
This is still in the stack, son.
Yep.
Okay.
My second act is to pay 4 to destroy this.
Sure. Go ahead and pay 4.
Thank you.
Your man's is back.
Hello, my friend. Then I will pay 4 to destroy. I think Future Sight is probably next.
Sounds right.
Yep. 4 more, please.
So do I want to save you, Future Sight? No, it's the children who are wrong. Just let Pat deck that'll happen.
Who's left? No. These are all the 4/4s, right?
Correct.
Maybe it's this card draw thing. Actually, no. I'll pay 2 and destroy this Enchantress.
That makes sense.
And then I'll pay 2 to destroy that thing.
Hold, please.
You are doing good work over there.
Oh yeah, I was not impressed with the best turn he's ever had.
How many times have you returned 12 enchantments, including our 10 enchantments, including Omniscience, to the battlefield? I felt great.
I played when Replenish was around.
No, I understand. What I'm saying is I've had those turns too.
Listen, you're both pretty.
This is Daddy, please stop fighting. No, I'm saying it's the scariest turn I've ever had that did not win me the game.
Oh yeah. Oh right, because of Mirari's Wake.
Yeah.
Your creatures are actually. The previous 2 you should have.
And this
more.
the one under path you had to pay 1 more.
Yeah, so 3 more. Yeah.
So there's the 2 from this that I did, and then 1, 2, 3.
Yep. Now you can target Mirari's Wake. So you're going to pay 5 for it.
Yes.
Okay. Now you don't have enough to untap your lands, correct?
Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh. Interesting.
I'm going to tap this for 8. I'm going to spend 7 of it. I will have 2 blue remaining, and I will overload Cyclonic Rift.
Oh.
Whoop.
Oh no, all the stuff on my board that it doesn't belong to me.
That's fine with me.
So there you go. Cyclonic Rift, I did it. I think that makes me a commander player now. It's like everyone has to paint 1 Space Marine, everyone has to cast Overloaded Cyclonic Rift one time.
I've never painted a Space Marine.
You should paint a Space Marine. You painted a bunch of other stuff though, right?
Tyranids, Blizzards, High Elves.
That counts.
It's going to be an even life thing, but I want to kill one of my pests.
Yeah.
So that I can then pay half my life to get Garth.
Oh yeah, what a move. Can you explain that for the table, please?
Yep. So I'm activating Recover, which happens when a creature dies.
How did a creature die, Nate?
Well, I killed it. Demons fight.
Okay.
That's how they know who's strongest.
Yes, he's the Lord of the Pit.
He's the Lord.
Yes. So Kuro smacked down a pest.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
like,
lose 1 for
that's
the
normal.
pest?
Well, yeah,
but gains 1 because of the...
Gains 1.
So it's life neutral to get
Life
Recover, to pay 2 to recover Gasper's Assassin.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Right. It's great.
Oh, I love it.
So then all of our permanents return to our hand.
So for me, it's only 2.
Because
And
you're
then,
a thief.
because I'm a big thief, yeah. And then 1 goes here.
I even get a card.
One
That's
goes
so
here,
exciting.
and 1 goes here. Oh,
Cyclonic Rift is in the graveyard. Now, Kuro Pitlord kills Mirari's Wake,
Correct.
and you're leaving me with Omniscience. Normally, when I cast Dance of the Manse for that amount of mana, I win the game immediately. Turns out that having a lot of 4/4 creatures with abilities is very good, but all that did in this format was make them a liability. I was not expecting that the best enchantment removal for the entire game was going to be a black legendary demon named Kuro Pitlord, but it turns out he's pretty tranquil.
all right. I'm going to start with a Hedron Crab. Finally, one of my little crab
Welcome,
friends.
crab.
Yeah. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, target player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into the graveyard. I don't have a land to play, so there's that. What I will cast is a Suspend card.
Wait for it.
That was very cheesy. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're going to suspend Nihilith. It is a 4/4 horror with fear, and then it has suspend a lot, 7. But it does say whenever a creature and whenever a card enters an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, I can remove a suspend counter. So the goal is to then now play a land and mill you guys and get a bunch of free suspend
Because
things.
he comes from the Nihil. He's from the void of nothing.
And then I'm going to go ahead and tap 2 more, and we're going to play a Talisman of Dominance. Just a little mana to help get me back into that. And then I will pass the turn.
All right, I am so excited to cast Tengarth again, but this time only for 4 mana. Yep, look who it is. It's Tengarth.
At this point, if there's not a Vuvuzela sound or like the MLG air horn on the video, I'm going to be sad.
I'm just going to tap 2 for Black Blade Reforged. Oh, look at that. Thanks. And then I'll just pass a turn.
Step 1 is I will tap 0 to play Satyr Enchanter. Whenever I cast an enchantment spell, I draw a card. I will then play Sigil of the... no, we want... No, I want more flyers, I think. Yeah, Sigil of the Empty Throne. So now I have 13 enchantments, and I draw a card from Tuvasa and Satyr Enchanter, and then I will cast Sithis Harvest's Hand, which gives me a 4/4 Angel token, and I draw a card. I will cast Shark Typhoon, and I will get another 4/4 Angel, and I will draw 2 cards. So I'm going to cast Darksteel Mutation on Hedron Crab, and that way I don't get milled out. And I think Tengarth's going to help me in this endeavor, not hurt me.
My crabby boy.
I'm going to mandatorily deck myself, I think. We're going to see how this goes. So I get to draw 2 more cards, and I will play this land and this land for exploration. I'm going to spend 2 mana from Frontier Siege to cycle Scattered Groves and draw a card.
I'm going to move a counter.
Oh, because it went into my graveyard. Very good. I think that's all we're doing here. So let's see how big Tuvasa is and whether or not she wants to get ready to rumble. I should probably actually still crack the clue and see if I can't do some more business. So I'm going to crack the clue and do that. All right. I'm going to tap Breeding Pool for GG and play Argothian Enchantress.
Oh.
Yep. All right. Alrighty. So then now, Nathan, please take 16 Commanderous damages.
Life debt. Oh, no. Do you have anything that can help me with this?
No,
Oh, well.
I do not.
All right.
You're not dead.
All right.
I'm fine.
Tight. Go ahead.
I can win even on negative 14 life.
I totally believe you, actually. That is the rule of the format, is that you don't lose for having 0 or less life.
I'll untap.
Rule not 0.
I'm going to play Garza's Assassin, the best card in my deck,
Yes.
Nice.
and the only one that makes Veen not attack me. Demon Lord Belton Lock returns to battle.
It's your boy.
In response to the boy on the stack, I'm going to replay the Aboleth Spawn to make sure I
slip his
also
brains again.
get the trigger.
What are you thinking about, Mr. Belzenlock?
Well, let's see what he finds.
Okay, so I flip until I get a non-land. Is that what it is? Okay. Whenever an opponent loses life, that player mills that much.
Oof.
Okay. Oof. That's
Okay, how much did that card cost?
2.
Okay, so you're putting one card in your hand with bells and locks.
Yep.
You take 1 damage.
No, mine will resolve. Land. Vendetta.
And then you lose your 1.
Take 1.
Feels
Such
good.
a silly game.
I've done enough.
Okay.
That mind crank
The mind crank helps you.
helps everybody though, because it gives all of us a win condition, right? Because it's whenever anybody loses life, they mill.
Oh, yeah. We're back in business, baby.
Oh, that's right. That allows me to kill us all.
This is whenever an opponent. So you
not
can't target me.
Yeah, fantastic.
So you guys can kill
You
each
absolutely
other.
should throw that down.
Well, first, let's decide if you guys will want to do that, because we're going to do this thing first and hope that there's no counter magic. We're going to do this before Veen gets any more cheap-ish draws off his deck.
Whoa.
We're going to go ahead and tap 6, and we're going to cast Maddening Cacophony. With the kicker, each opponent mills 8 cards. If the spell was kicked, each player mills half, rounded up. So you all get traumatized.
Yes.
Whoa. So that's on the stack. Creatures, not scared of. Milling 20, I'm scared of. In fact, I'm so scared of it, mana drain.
Oh,
Just straight up kills my spell, huh?
What are you going to do with all that mana in your pool, though?
Literally burn it.
Aw, that makes me sad.
That was a non-creature spell, though. So I now have another 2/2 shark.
That is a card that's put into your graveyard, so I will
That's true. I
will-
did cast that instant.
do a thing. Oh,
This
and I also
pink
get
one
one more for the turn, so it goes down to
Is
4.
a multiplier.
Okay. I am an agent of chaos. I am fine with casting the Mind Crank. Whenever an opponent loses life, that player mills that many cards. So we will see what shenanigans may ensue, and hopefully I am not going to die. Pass. I don't have many strong mill cards left, but Mind Crank will make it so all of my opponents do all the heavy lifting for me.
yeah, nice and simple turn. I'm just gonna pay 4. I'm gonna cast Gruul War Chant. Attacking creatures I control get +1/+0 and have menace. That means you can't block Tangarth.
Why not? As Menace?
Because he'll have menace, but Tangarth's ability is can't be blocked by more than one creature.
Oh, that's gross.
Like, unblockable Tangarth comes at me, right?
Well, you can't pay 30.
I can't pay 30.
Oh, tight. All right, great. Okay.
Some more things would happen if I could attack you, but I can't. So I'll pass turn.
All right, I'll draw. Oof. I am going to, in fact, sacrifice Horizon Canopy and pay 1 with the treasure. And these 2 enchantments are going to die, bringing me down to 13 enchantments to draw a card.
So 2 things died of yours? Horizon Canopy plus the thing that was on
3
it?
things. There were 2 things on it. I'm going to play the Hall of Heliod's Generosity. 1 white, tap, put target enchantment card or whatever on top of my library from my graveyard or wherever.
Hey.
No big
Yeah.
deal. No big deal.
You know.
I mean, you're not going to attack anybody?
Oh, Tuvas is enormous. Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
I'm every angel and every shark and every Tuvasa the Sunlit are heading Nateward. Free not to rise.
Are you sure about this?
I believe that you will Garza's assassin my shit no matter what. So I am trying to get out ahead of this. And I believe that
Why would a Garrison assassin your stuff if it's not coming to me?
a billion. Oh, you can't attack me. Yeah, word. Okay.
Yeah.
So Tuvasa the
I'm-
Sunlit is going to attack Veggie, and all the angels and sharks are going to attack Nate.
I mean, Demon Lord Belzenlock definitely wants to tangle with an angel.
Yeah. He would. He's a lord of the demons, and he's way bigger than one of them.
Right. He's like, I got this. And besides that, how much unblocked damage is coming towards me?
12 from angels and 4 from sharks, totaling 16 damage for 16 milled cards.
Yeah, I think I just eat it.
Tight. I bet your thing's going to come off of suspend.
All right, I got 16 cards queued up here.
And my Nihilith will lose its last suspend counter.
Welcome to the party.
I think if Tangarth dies here, I never cast it again. So, I guess I just take 15.
I love this. This
Sure,
worked out.
I'll
Nate,
take
you're a
15 on
tactical
mill
genius.
15.
You're a tactical genius. I didn't see this happening.
You're welcome.
Mind Crank is a spicy card.
It really did kick it up a notch, bam, for the table, I'd say.
I did not see anything particularly relevant in here. Nothing that has an effect in the graveyard.
It didn't mill your win condition like mine. Great. Very exciting.
No, my win condition just got killed like 5 times.
It looks like I'm playing with my food, but Approach of the Second Sun is actually milled. So we'll see what happens.
Let's go. top of the deck. What do we got? While I get recovery.
Okay.
To return a card from a graveyard to my hand. I have a large selection to choose from, but I'm going to choose Vraska the Unseen.
Oh, that's a win condition. Oh, wait, that's the other one?
That's a lose condition.
It's, yeah, I guess it could end the game theoretically at some point, but that's not the ability I'm interested in. Vraska the Unseen is a legendary planeswalker with great hair. +1 until the end of your next turn. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to Vraska, destroy it. -3, destroy target non-land permanent. And -7, create 3 1/1 black assassin creature tokens with whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. But for now, I'm going to pay 3 loyalty and destroy. I think I want to kill Sphere of Safety.
Sphere of Safety down. I'm feeling less safe.
Yeah, half as safe.
Precisely half as safe. It's more like a hemisphere of safety at this point.
Yeah, I'm going to end my turn and just hope that you all can take it from here.
I currently cannot.
The top of your deck.
You have so much more faith in your deck than I do. Okay, that's a start.
There we go.
Ooh. We're gonna try to find answers, and I feel like Nate, you and I are like on the same team, so we're gonna find these answers together.
Perfect.
And the way that we're gonna do that is we're gonna start by casting Fact or Fiction.
Okay.
Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles.
So you can't choose Nate because he's on your team, right?
But that's a sneaky team. That's a sneaky team.
Well, we'll see if I'm on our team.
We'll separate those into
separate the piles.
2 piles. I put one in my hand and the other into the graveyard. So we're going to reveal, oh gosh, a Dimir Keystone, a land, a Consuming Apparition, and a Feed the Swarm, and another land.
All right. I've read all these cards. I'm going to put them all into one pile.
Opponent. You have to choose an opponent on Fact or Fiction. It said it says it on the tin.
The second pile I will place right here.
I will choose this pile.
Yeah, it seems like there's some gas in there that can help. I didn't want to figure it out, so I figured you should. I just put them all there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Then I will. For my land for turn, I'm going to play the Nephalia Drownyard, so I can mill in response to the thing that you put on top of your library. That's cool.
How many does it mill?
3. And then I'm going to go ahead and tap 2, and I'm going to cast Feed the Swarm, destroy target creature or enchantment an opponent controls. You lose life equal to the permanent's mana value.
Would you like to choose Copy Enchantment?
I would like to choose yes. I believe that is...
That has a CMC of 5.
5.
Because it was a Sphere of Safety.
And now we can attack you. And correct me if I'm wrong, you have no black or artifact creatures?
I don't.
Excellent.
Fear gets me.
So I'm going to swing in for 4 for Fear. And then you will lose the 4, and then you will mill 4.
So are there any blocks?
I cannot legally declare blockers.
Okay. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll activate Kessig Wolf Run. X is 4. So that Nihilith will get +4/+0 and trample.
So 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I take some damages along with it.
That will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Let's see if we can kill Veen. I'm going to pay 3 and equip Tangarth with Black Blade Reforged. Pay 2 to cast Psychotic Fury.
What does that do?
It gives target multicolored creature double strike until end of turn, and I draw a card.
Whoa.
So it's now a 16/16 double strike, cannot be blocked by more than 1 creature.
That's another Smothering Tithe trigger that I'm not going to go for it. I'm just saying, I'm benevolent. I should have like 35 treasure.
I'm going to pay 2 and cast Lightning Greaves.
Oof.
Yes.
So, just so y'all know, that's a huge problem for everybody. That card being untargetable and unblockable is a huge problem for players that are not veggie.
But what it also means is
I
cannot be targeted by the Soul Snare that is sitting here.
He's trying to get around Soul Snare, which is completely legit. However, it's really problematic if Lightning Greaves goes on that creature. There's a reason Tangarth is at Unfinity Commander tax, and it's because I've been saving you as a benevolent dictator.
It's not that many. I think it's fine. I think we can mill him.
Looks at hand. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Cool. I'm fine with it.
Tight.
Cool.
Suit it up.
I think my best odds are killing you now, which I would like to do.
I am dead.
Now.
I can't block him. It's not legal.
It's not legal.
I only have lands. Omniscience does not help with that.
And I believe that's 34 commander damage.
That's sufficient to kill me. It's more than 21, right?
Yeah.
So I got last place.
Yes.
I certainly was the threat with my last. No.
It was the Kodama's Reach or whatever.
It was the Kadama's Reach or whatever.
Oh.
All right. Well, my hand to nothing can't save me from Tongarth, and no matter how much he costs, he's still found me. So, unblockable, untargetable Tongarth, you did it. Can you give me back my Darksteel mutation, please?
Nice! The crab is free!
The crab.
The crab is here!
It's all coming together.
I will pass the turn.
Well, hold on. Before my turn. So I'm going to cast Noxious Revival to put a card from a graveyard on top of its owner's library. And I'm going to put this other Vraska on top of my library that seems to be able to destroy Lightning Greaves. I'll play Vraska. Golgari Queen. This is a Planeswalker. I can get +2 loyalty to sacrifice another permanent. If I do, gain a life and draw a card. -3 loyalty to destroy a target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. -9 to get an emblem with whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. I'm going to use the -3 ability and destroy Lightning Greaves.
It is destroyed.
Sweet. I'm going to tap 2 and play Dreadhorde Invasion. It's back.
Hey.
Yay. That card does something. It makes amassing zombie. Yeah. I'll use the first Vraska, the unseen one. You don't see it, but I'll use the +1 ability. So until my next turn, whenever a creature deals combat damage to Vraska, destroy it. I'm going to play Vorpal Sword.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's not even equipped. Don't be too excited. Yeah, I'm just gonna come over for 6 against you, Veggie. I mean, I know it's not really exciting no matter what, but
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it, and I'm like, that's fair.
I'm interested in what goes into your graveyard though, for no particular reason.
Oh, a bothersome Quasit, Mountain, Rampant Growth, Xenagos, Belt of Giant Strength, and Deflecting Swat, which would have been nice.
All right. I am done with my turn.
End of turn, I'm going to mill you for 3.
Okay.
I'm going to choose not to mill Veggie, even though he has the lowest library size, in hopes that Veggie does not turn that on me next turn. We're going to play a Shipwreck Marsh. I'm going to trigger the Hedron Crab and mill you for 3 more, Nate.
That's a good way to get your Hedron Crab killed.
I'm going to tap 5 and we're going to cast a Consuming Aberration. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of cards in your opponent's graveyards. It's a lot. He's large. Whenever you cast a spell, each opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a land. Put those cards into the graveyard. Let's go ahead and play a Dimir Keyrune, an artifact that can tap for mana. It can also turn into a 2/2 Black Horror artifact. And when I do that, each opponent will mill until they reveal a land.
I found a land.
There we go.
So we got 3 and a bunch.
Yeah.
And then I'll go ahead and tap 5 so I can protect myself a little bit. And I'm going to play a Scalpel Alexis. We saw this card earlier. And when I cast a spell, you guys will both mill again until you hit a land.
Oh, okay. Only 2.
Only 2.
Okay. I can't quite kill Veggie, even though it's real close. So I'm going to take a few cards off Nate's library to even them up, and then hopefully take them out at the same time with Captain Nagathrod. I'm going to go ahead and attack Nate for 4 with my 4/4.
I think I'm okay to just take 4.
Okay. See, if Veggie kills me, then there's nothing to stop you from just killing Tangarth, and I think Veggie's dead in the water, so I think he'll at least let me have the time to kill you. That's my turn. I'll pass.
I'm going to go to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to attack with Tangarth to Nerdgirl.
I figured. Am I dead?
I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to cast Sweeping Cleave, the adventure from Two-Handed Axe. It's going to give Tangarth double strike until end of turn.
Which is enough to kill me.
34 commander damage.
Then I'm dead. I can't do anything about it.
I will pass the turn.
I thought for sure you would let me help you kill him.
We're going to see if I can do it myself.
If this is just gruel the hard way, and you win the no life total format with raw commander damage, that's elbow grease. You earned it.
I'll end step assassinate Tangarth.
All right, I'll use my one trick.
All right.
The Plaza heroes on board, sacrifice and pay 3 to give it hexproof and indestructible till end of turn.
I was looking at your card as I was like, I wonder what he has that makes him play with the top of his library revealed. That's just your graveyard.
And at this point,
I will use this Vraska. So I get to sacrifice another permanent. If I do gain 1 life and draw a card, I'm going to gain a life and draw a card. So I'm going to sacrifice the zombie army, and I will use the recover.
pay 0, understood.
You got my life?
I did.
That's very important.
You gained a life.
Yeah, I draw a card. Okay, I'm going to play Garza's Assassin.
Yep.
I'm going to use the Garza's Assassin to kill Tangarth right now.
Please.
I'm going to tap 1.
Yes.
And I'm going to cast Vines of Vastwood.
Oh, yes.
Target creature can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control this turn. If it was kicked, it would get +4/+4. And you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
We'll kick it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to respond.
Oh boy.
I'll play Vendetta. It destroys target non-black creature as an instant. Can't be regenerated. I lose some life. Equal to the toughness. How tough is Tangarth? Captain.
Right now, 16.
Oh, because you kicked it.
Well, no, 16 because of Blackblade.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is dead.
Woo!
Lose your 16.
You lose 16?
Gladly. I'm going to play more cards. And I'm going to play Vraska Betrayal Sting, because we need more Vraskas in our life.
Oh, yeah.
6 loyalty. It's completed. The 0 ability is draw a card and lose 1 life and proliferate. -2 ability, target creature becomes a treasure artifact and loses all other abilities. And -9, if a target player has fewer than 9 poison counters, they get a number of poison counters equal to the difference. So they go up to 9. I'm going to destroy the enchantment that gives menace just in case.
Destroyed.
And I'm done.
Okay. I don't think I have a lot of options here, so I'm just going to see what I've got left in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And cast Godo, Bandit Warlord. Yeah, I'm going to search for I'm going to search for an equipment in what is left of my library and put it on the battlefield.
I made it easy for you to search. You're welcome.
One of the only equipment I have left in my library is Swiftfoot Boots.
That's a good one.
Woo!
What does that do?
Gives them more than 1 combat. It's going to be dope.
It gives me a hexproof and haste.
And then Godo does the other thing.
Yeah. So we'll equip to Godo, so he can swing this turn. I'm going to. Yeah, I think we probably go out in a blaze of glory here. So I'm at least gonna do some damage. I'm also gonna equip Blackblade Reforged. I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna swing with Godo.
That's a triggered ability.
Oh yeah. So when it attacks for the first time each turn, I untap it and all samurai control. Yay. And I get another combat after this. So right now you have a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 coming at you.
Demon Lord Belzenlock watches from above as Godo tromps across the meaningless battlefield. To what end? He does not know. He does not care. I'm going for the high negative score.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll swing for another 13.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll pass the turn.
All right. Demon Lord Belzenlock picks up his blade, the Vorpal sword.
It hums with ethereal power and the stench of undeath.
Yes. Flies over Godo, shaking his head at you.
Ugh.
And off with your head.
A valiant effort from all parties.
That was tight. That was tight. While I have this soapbox and while I am this excited, you can tell because my voice is gone.
I'm cutting all of this.
I need to. Come on, man. The sad thing is I totally believe you. So I am a believer in Tongarth. I'm a convert. Tongarth for president and captain. I cannot believe Veggie did not die the first time around the table, but I had a lot of fun popping off and doing a lot of nothing, but not getting attacked for a while. And that's a moral victory as opposed to my last place.
Tales of Adventure is one of our biggest sponsors, and the best way to support us is by buying Magic cards. You are going to do this anyway, so why would you go anywhere else, especially when you get 5% off of your orders with our specialized code?
TOA has an amazing selection of singles, and they even specialize in premium cards. So make sure you head on over to TOA with the link down below in the description and use code DECKEDOUT at checkout for that 5% off and to support your favorite Commander show. I like the grumpy sounds.
I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to go down. I could have lost so many different times. Thankfully, I don't think my board was that much of a threat for a lot of the game. And when people were attacking me, it was just kind of opportunistically because Veen had the shields up. But thankfully, I came out ahead after the standoff. I felt like a lot of my trickery wasn't going to do much as long as Veen was around, and so once he fell, I felt like, okay, now I can do like cool black creature kill things, and they even matter.
Ultimate Guard is the industry leader in TCG accessories. We love their stuff, and we know you will too. In fact, every single playmat, sleeve, or deck box featured on this show is an Ultimate Guard product.
And we use Ultimate Guard to protect our own personal collections on a day-to-day basis.
So make sure to use the link in the description to support our channel and treat yourself to some amazing upgrades.
Jules, check your text messages, bro.
Right.
Yeah, no longer first mate. Captain Tongarth. What did Gerard do anyway?
Not much.
I almost got there with Gruul Commander damage. I was so close. I had it on the next turn, but there was too much removal for me to be able to protect Tongarth through. Moxfield is the best deck list site available. It has everything you need to customize, compare, and collaborate. View and brew the way that works for you. Moxfield is the only way that we can track and share all of our spiciest builds here on the show, and whatever Veggie is playing. Make sure to follow our Moxfield profile in the link in the description. Yeah.
Demon Lord Belzelok killing someone with a Vorpal sword is the most metal shit in Magic I've heard, I think.
Yeah, that was...
I was so close. I didn't think Veggie would turn Tongarth against me, but I probably should have just tried to take him out. I didn't think I could kill Nate if I were to mill Veggie out, and even then, I'm not 100% sure I could have. As you may have noticed, Decked Out has been weekly for the entire month of April, and we will even be continuing to be weekly for another month after that. But if you guys would like to help keep the show that way, you guys can support us by heading on over to our Patreon. We have a goal to keep the show weekly for the rest of 2024. So if you would like to unlock some exclusive perks like signed tokens, spell table games with us, even get your deck featured here on the show, you can head on over to our Patreon.
And of course, you can always support us by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And all of there's a bunch of other buttons that you can hit too that help. I think there's like a bell and notifications, something like that. Do all of the buttons. I think that's all we have for you for today. We'll see you next time on Decked Out.